Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I'm going to show another amazing chess game of great and famous Garry Kasparov. Let's come back to history because this game was played on 1980. White is Garry Kasparov and black is Přibyl, who is famous and one of the strongest chess player in Czech Republic at this time. So we are watching Greenfeld defense in his beauty, and here of course white is enjoying his great and nice center and black is laughing because he knows that he will attack this center somehow. Not now, it's important to be ready for counter-attack. So bishop g7, and now black is playing b6 line. Of course c5 is another option, or short castle and b6, that's another line. Greenfeld defense, it's a terrible, complicated and deep opening, and if you are playing Greenfeld defense, you enjoying lots of fun, but there is a lot of theory to know. b6, why not? Check on b5, that's of course famous move, and now short and short castle. Bishop a6, and now is a question if this exchange is going to favor black or white. Yes, of course. Still, we are in the typical position where white has two options. Garry played queen a4, and this move is aggressive and nice because it's attacking knight on a6 and of course pawn on c6. Every active move used to be a good move. So another option here how to play this position is to play bishop g5 and say queen d2. Here, advantage of this line is that white has chance to exchange the strongest black piece, and of course this is a bishop on g7. Greenfeld defense without bishop on g7, it's something like hamburger without meat. So that's not good taste. So that was another option, and queen a4 happened. So we are back in our game. Anyway, if you are enjoying this game and if you are enjoying this video, feel free and press like or press follow and be my new follower and made my day. Thank you very much. Now let's come back because Josef played queen c8. After bishop g5, queen b7 and rook e1 e6. So maybe up to my taste, black is a little bit passive because I am missing something like c5, e5 or f5, but just to be open and to be honest, black is not ready for this counter-attack. So black, up to me, has to bring a rook to game. So rook b1 happened, and maybe h6, bishop e3, it's not bad variation. Here happened move c5 immediately. So I was missing move c5, and now we have a c5 move on the board. Anyway, of course, c5 move is a typical move because this is some kind of counter-attack which is going to help open diagonals for this really super important black's dark squares, bishop on g7. Exactly, if this bishop is playing, black is fine. If this bishop is without lines, energy and life, black is facing problems. So d5 is a super strong move, and now this is a pawn for free. But white is going forward and he believes in pass pawn, and pass pawn is a typical middle game plan, and pass pawn is a typical winning plan. Okay, it's not winning here, but at least it's a typical, and if you could learn something from this game, learn how this pass pawn is strong and powerful. So okay, yes, of course, here there is another option to play a rook d1, but here black has nice counter-attack, and I told you I was missing c5 and f5, and this is exactly the position what black is looking for. to destroy white's center. And that's nice because white center is under attack. And that's a really fighting and interesting chess position. But let's come back because of what we saw move c5. And now d5 happened. Okay, there is a pawn for free. So Josef is a winning pawn for a while. And now we have a pass pawn. So for one pawn, white's got pass pawn, and now is a question if pass pawn is giving compensation for white for a missing pawn, and I hope that yes. You know, this pawn is only 3 squares from the winning squares, so every move forward means that the pawn is stronger. Every move where this pawn is going and step by step is going more power, energy and chance that white has a chance to play this game for victory. Okay, that's a pawn for pass pawn. Bishop g7 happened. Okay, what to play here? And knight c7, it's not the best move. Bishop e7 and queen d7, and I'm sure that here black is too passive and white it's inside of black's land, and it will be difficult to play for black this position. So knight c7 is a bad. Okay, knight b8, it's a queen c4 or maybe queen h4. Yes, of course, without bishop on g7 we could find lots of weak dark squares around black's king. So black has to be careful, and of course black has to be careful because too many black pieces are passive, and this is a danger to be passive against Garry Kasparov. So that was another option, and here, okay, what we remember that black won a pawn, and now he played bishop g7. d6, and this is exactly the main plan of pass pawn. Just go and enjoy your victory. So now this pawn is not 3 squares away of victory. Now it's only 2 squares away of victory, and what's important is that here is this bishop. Maybe bishop e7 is a plan, or d7 and d8, of course, is another plan. So for this reason, black is playing move f6. And yes, of course, there is nothing wrong with move bishop f4, but d7 happened. Wow, d7. So not only pawn for pass pawn, but extra piece for pass pawn. So that's the answer. How strong is a pass pawn? Piece and a pawn is still a good enough compensation to have pawn on 7th rank. Amazing position. So I hope that in your game in future, when you are going to play your chess, you will believe in your pass pawn, as at least how Garry Kasparov used to believe in him. So what to play here? Knight b4, make a sense, check, of course, and knight e5. What is it? Another piece for free. Okay, let's see this threat as a deadly threat. So black has to take knight on e5. That is a queen. Exchange, and I'm sure that at the end this is not a simple winning position, but a simply winning position for Kasparov. Okay, another variation. So we have to understand why black is not playing rook d8. Check. And of course, again, knight e5 with the same threat. So I think that here, without any doubt, this is a lost. Okay, one more move, for example, and this variation is winning. So yes, this position is critical for black, and all moves are connected with pawn on d7, with pass pawn. So, okay, f6 happened, and because of move d7, black decided to win a piece, and maybe he's asking, hey Garry, show me how you are going to play this position. You are pawn and one piece down. So up to material you lost, but show me your plan. And Garry is going to show him. And is going to show us. Check on c4, of course, and that's the same plan. The difference is only that this knight is not on e5, but it's on g5 with the same threats. And yes, black is under heavy attack. And what to play? Say bishop d4. Looks like interesting variation, right? Not right, because check and knight e6, and here this position is lost for black. Yes, why? Because here is a checkmate, here is a queen, here is a rook. Too many threats, and only white is winning. Beautiful position and beautiful plans, because Garry gave pawn and piece for pass pawn and for activity, and we see that it was the right plan. So okay, here black played bishop f6, knight e6. Okay, knight b4 is a variation, so just let's check this variation. Knight c6, and again and again, this is a winning. To take this is losing everything. To take this is a checkmate. So that was variation, and for this reason bishop f6 happened. Knight e6 makes sense. I think knight f7 it's not enough, or it's not such a strong. So knight e6, because our plan is of course to go d8. Don't forget that on d7 square we have a passer. So again, knight b4, and I think that we are in the same variation. Queen f4 will threat d8. At the end we are winning one of these pieces. Say knight c6, take, and we know this variation. Still the same winning variation. Amazing how everything is working together for Garry Kasparov, how every piece has a job and has a reason to stay in the game. So knight c7 happened, and okay, now Garry is taking back material, and rook d6. Maybe here is another winning variation where Garry should take pawn on c5 because of this pin to black's queen on b7. So let's go slowly and let's see this variation. Say, okay, that's a funny answer. And now, because of rook on b7, because of this pawn on d7, and maybe in lots of games, you will see that two minor pieces are stronger than rook. Here not, because white is winning here. Maybe knight e6 and rook d6, maybe knight f4, and here the difference between white's army. And here, what we have? We have another pass pawn, so another reason to believe that we have a plan. And yes, this position is winning for white. That is chess beauty, this game, and one of the best chess game of Garry Kasparov. Okay, maybe not the best, but it's nice. So, rook took on f8, we are back, and Garry played rook d6, bishop e7 happened, and now here's a queen. Finally, our passer is new queen, and of course, black has to take back. So how to take back? So, okay, by a bishop, that's happened in our game. To take by a rook, that's another exchange. And queen f7. Here is a checkmate. And here is a terrible pin with threats like rook d8. and black is too passive. So queen d5, it's a winning for white because he will take this queen and then he will go rook d1 and he will attack two black's minor pieces. One of them is down. Okay, that's a simple. So for this reason, after d8, black took by a bishop and check, and rook d7. Here is a checkmate, so that's a danger. And here is a pin to queen on b7. Rook f6, check on c4, and now queen to f4. Threat is here to win the knight. Another threat is to go to h6 and to checkmate black's king. And of course, still we have one rook which should join our attack. Black played a mistake, final mistake, and he came queen a6 and he lost here and he resigned it. That's a checkmate or rook and or knight, and of course everything is wrong. Bishop g7 was maybe more interesting, but say that white is going to this endgame, and I'm sure that this endgame, if white is Garry Kasparov, is won. So we remember that happened queen a6. But yes, black was all game under pressure and now he resigned it. So we are at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. And I believe that you saw nice game of Garry Kasparov because he is great. And up to me, he is the greatest chess player of all times. Hopefully you enjoy and you agree with me. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for every likes, follows, and I hope that I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you again. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.